How much is it to join G-Clay? I suggest you book a call because we have services anywhere from $1,000 up to being a partner and taking equity in your deals. I'm talking about for existing business owners, right? So we're not doing success fees, guys, just to make sure we're clear on that. We're not going to work for free for you. The goal is to basically bring you onto our accelerator, get you to a point where you know as much as me and everyone on our team when it comes to acquisitions, so we could do deals together. That's the reason I created it in the first place. And that's why the incentive is basically, hey, if you join us and you allow us to invest in your deals, then eventually we'll even refund our service fee. So there's an incentive to get results, and basically the only fee here is basically your deposit as a skin in the game deposit to make sure you're actually out there doing the work and you're not wasting our time, and we are making sure that we are not working for free with someone who's not taking this seriously. Around how many businesses can we purchase and close in a year, and how long does it take to join? In terms of how many businesses you can acquire in a year, so I'll split it into two stories. One of them is a guy by the name of Dan Genzel. He bought 24 businesses in a year. That was his best year. But our largest roll-up was a $200 million roll-up that built in less than a year, buying 16 companies, doing about 52 million in EBITDA. So that was the largest size roll-up that I was involved in. At the same time, it really depends on what's your background, what's your experience, because everyone here is going to have a different learning curve, right? If you never had a business before, and you don't know what a P&L is and what a balance sheet is, then it's going to be more challenging for you. So even if you're going to do one deal in the next year, so what? I mean, don't think it's going to be worth it. That's our goal with acquisitions.com for the next year, is to really support those people who don't just want to do one deal, but those who want to do more and more and more deals and just build large companies. How long does it take to close a business after brought to the table? I have no experience, but I'm highly interested. So when it comes to how fast it takes to close a deal, it depends, right? So assuming that someone accepted your offer and is willing to sell your business, I'll split it into two. So let's say that the business is profitable and you want to do your due diligence. I would give it at least 60 to 90 days of proper due diligence. That's good enough time for you to dive into all the details if you actually want to close on the deal and raise the capital for the transaction. At the same time, if you're doing distressed deals, which I don't necessarily suggest as a first deal, you can literally close those within a few days because it's just a simple agreement and there's no even any money involved in the transaction. Same with with other type transactions, like if you're taking equity for your value and whatnot, those are deals you can do very fast without even due diligence, because you're doing due diligence basically after you close on the deal. But I would say give yourself at least 3 months. Can you discuss the other sorts of business niches you like? So when you will work with us, I can give you niches that we are part of. I can tell you that we were involved at this point in so many sectors. We're involved in insurance, e-commerce, marketing, trucking, financial services, insurance, dental, IT, plumbing, roofing, staffing, pest control, personal trainers, electricians, construction, IT, I said, security, construction, mobile home parks, hotels, landscaping, CBD, and even funeral homes. So it's kind of like we've seen a lot of those businesses out there. And I can tell you this, you can make money in all of those and more. I'm booking a call. Do you charge to book a call? No. So the call is free. To talk to us, you just need to go, I'll put the link again in the chat, but you basically just need to go to acquisitions.com/apply. I suggest you book a call with us, guys. If you never talked to us yet, book a call. Let's see if we can help. We might be able to help you. We might not. You don't have anything to lose. Can you discuss what you see about why platform companies might sell to a no money down acquire? So platform companies, RB, the way that I see that, I won't even consider a platform company unless it's doing 100 million in revenues, just to give you an idea. When you look at big private equity firms, they won't even consider a platform company unless it's doing at least 100 million. So that's first, right? Then you're saying a platform company could sell to a management or could sell to an angel. Why would they sell to a no money down acquirer? First of all, I don't like to say no money down. I'm trying to get rid of that phrase, to be honest, because I don't think it's fair. Because when you buy good businesses, you do pay money. And if you don't pay money for a business, guess what? It's probably not a good business. We definitely do pay money for good businesses, but the money doesn't necessarily need to come from your own pocket. So the seller, when you're buying a business from a seller, the seller don't care if the money is coming out of you or it's coming out of someone else. If it's an investor, if it's a bank, if it's an institution. So that's what I'm saying. I don't like the no money down promise. I like to use the other people's money term better. If you never had a business before, the first deal is going to be distressed, it's going to be challenging. Trust me. William saying, I realize the business can be bought for $0 down, but there are still other costs. Roughly how much are they? So again, you would definitely have costs. So it depends on the size of the deal, but let's say you're going to have accountants and lawyers and legal costs to close on the deal. I mean, I don't want to lower your expectations, but I mean, you can close deals right now with, like, you can pay a lawyer like 5,000, 10,000 to do simple agreements. You can pay an accountant to go through a lot of the finance due diligence. You can do a lot of the business due diligence on your own if you understand what you need to check. So for your first deal, especially if they're small ones, you can use, I suggest a smaller firm or smaller firms to help you with due diligence. And then when you work with us, if you work with us, we'll show you also how to get success fees. So you'll only pay them even when the deal is done. And that comes down to you knowing how to position yourself as a credible buyer, knowing how to tell them, what to tell them, how to tell them, and how to make sure that they're taking you seriously, even if you never bought a business before. How much capital will I really need to do my first deal? So yeah, that's like, to give you an example. Like in reality, you don't really need to use your own capital if you don't want. Like, you might have ongoing expenses. Like, for example, if you're going to use LinkedIn premium services, right? That will go to you what they charge now, like, I don't know, $100, $200 a month now. If you're going to use letters, if you're going to go to events, like, most of the expenses you're going to have is going to be throughout the deal flow work, right? You're going to drive to meet the seller. After that, it's all up to you if you want to spend more money or not, right? So obviously you can put your own money. Like, I have a lot of people in my network who just want to put their own money into deals. Because I mean, I think investing in small business can get you great returns, right? So if you want to put your own money, you can do that as well, but it's not a must. You can go out there to an investor that he will put the money, or go to banks, they'll put some of the money. Other deal structure you can use, right? Like, you can raise capital from a competitor CEO to run your business. You can raise money from suppliers. You can raise money from doing a real estate and a leaseback option thing. You can get equity for value or consulting or whatever you want to do. There's a lot of different structures that don't even require for you to put the dollar in the first place. And when you see the full picture, when you're looking at a deal, then a lot of the time you won't need money. You'll just need to be resourceful and committed and to make sure that you have confidence with the deal. The biggest challenge I see, guys, that a lot of people, if they never did a deal before, they just don't have the confidence to do a deal. That's one of the biggest, I think, value of working with us, because you get a second set of eyes. You get in confidence to know if a deal is good or not, and to know if your actions are good or not.